All right, first off, no jokes, no voices. This is a big shout out to Dan Bespris at Sports Ethos. Some news popped down the line. I believe it was yesterday or the day before that. Dan Bespris, who has I believe is the #1 fantasy basketball podcast on the internet, is leaving the Sports Ethos for a new venture. And I just wanted to give him a big thank you on behalf of Max and A.Rod, myself, that he answered my message. I sent him one simple tweet back in the day, a while ago before this podcast started. I wasn't even on Twitter. I joined Twitter to send it to him because he had mentioned in his podcast about looking for hosts for local teams. So I sent him a message, joined Twitter, sent a message, and he wrote back right away and said, boom, had a little conversation with him, and here we are. So I just wanted to say thank you. Yeah, so let's give him a big salute and good luck with whatever your next move is. And you're amazing at what you do, so I have no doubt that you're going to kill whatever it is. So big salute, Dan Bespris, and good luck to you. Welcome back, everybody, to the Sports Ethos Toronto Raptor podcast. And A.Rod is back. The A-R-O-D is back. Mr. Max Profit, you better pay me, is here today as well. And as well as me, the H-O-O-P-O. Did I even spell it right? I don't know. But this is what we're going to do. We're going to talk some hoop, we're going to talk some basketball, and we're going to shut it down. You know what I found out? That when I play the intro music, boys, and I say something, it won't be on the beat. So, because I realized on the first time we played the beat, I was saying, true to the game. I was on the beat. I heard it in my own headphones. I was on it. But then you listen to it after, it's way off. I'm like, okay, these guys think I'm like tone deaf. So I'm just not even going to attempt anymore. So, like, I could play something off of here into the microphone, off my phone, and it'll be on the beat. But anything I play through here, for some reason, I don't know, it takes me off by like 2 bars. I don't know what it is.
Wow.
So
okay,
anyway.
so no recording albums on
StreamYard.
Yeah.
Get it fixed, StreamYard.
You're like
You made me sound real corny. Huh?
You're like reporting on those wars in the Middle East, man. With like a 10-second delay, man.
Yeah, that's what it was. So I was like, I listened to that first episode with it. I'm like, man, I hope Snooze isn't listening to this one because I sound terrible. Like, I'm like, it's like tone deaf. Anyways, boys, how's it going? It feels good to have A-Rod back. One episode, buddy, it was like, we were talking about you at the end. We're like, oh, A-Rod's grinding. He's tired, man. He's tired, man. Like Young Beat said, you're not really grinding till you get tired.
Oh man, I am ready. I'm ready to go. We gotta talk about everything that's going on in these playoffs. We gotta get these fucking predictions out.
Yes. Okay, let's get that out first. Okay, so I saw A-Rod. It was yesterday in the gym, and he's like, man, I'm 3 for 3, man. This pod is 3 for 3. Let him know, A-Rod. Like, take a little bit of shine here. You're like the Nostradamus. Let him know, man.
I'm gonna boost myself on this.
Do it.
I told you guys the Lakers fucked up. I told you guys.
Yes, you did.
That was the easiest one to call.
Yeah.
Because anybody could say, oh, Denver, of course, are the champs. Lakers suck, blah,
Yeah,
blah, blah,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So whatever. We'll get that out of the way, right?
Yeah.
Told you motherfuckers about the Pacers, though. And Milwaukee. Milwaukee picked the wrong team to play, man. I don't even care about those injuries that they had. They just picked the wrong team to play. You do not play some young guns that are ready to run when you're old as hell and you got Doc Rivers as your coach.
True.
Then I told you, Nick Nurse, Joel Embiid, see you later. Not even in Cancun, not in Galveston, maybe in like Curacao before it was developed. So see you down there, man. Go get some shellfish or something. Both of you guys are bums. And then what was the last one I had too? Oh, Dallas and the Clippers, man.
Oh, yes.
Because Luka owns that poverty franchise. Sorry to all you Clippers fans. I feel sorry for you. The one person that's on the podcast listening.
Yes,
but you know what? Here's the new predictions. Here is the new predictions. All right, let's go.
Hear it.
Number 1, it's going to sound cheesy because the first game just happened yesterday. But I'm going to say this. Wolves are going to win. All right?
Who?
Wolves are going to win over Denver.
Okay.
Here's my reason. I'm going to give it super quick. I just don't feel like Denver's playing well right now at the moment. Every game they've started slowly. They look lethargic. They're relying on long comebacks. So a lot of energy expended. Jamal Murray doesn't look right. Yesterday they were trapping him. They were double teaming him.
Right.
They were just getting the ball out of his hands. He never caught his rhythm until the second half, and it was too late. MPJ is doing really well, but you know what? Ant-Man is just Ant-Man. So there we go. I'm going to say Wolves probably in 7. Going to be a grinder. Next one, I'm going to say Dallas over OKC. Because OKC, you ain't playing no 8 seed with their best player missing. because Brandon Ingram was ass in that series.
Yeah.
If Zion was in there, even though I've shit on Zion, it would have been a totally different thing. Might have been like OKC in 7, might have been OKC in 6, but it would have been a harder series for sure.
Yeah.
So Dallas, get ready, because Dallas is coming. Luka and Kyrie unstoppable in the 4th. Let's go.
Man.
Next one up, New York and Pacers. New York going to win that. Why? Because they play more like a team. They're more experienced, better rebounding, better interior game. Jalen Brunson going to the line at least 15 times a game in that series.
Jalen. They say Jalen Brunson's on the same level as Ant-Man and Jason Tatum. I said, whoa.
That's craziness.
I said, whoa.
He's playing great.
That's the New York bias, though. New York bias.
Listen, I love New York fans for the craziness. That's just a little bit out of my craziness league.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
I'm going to say New York. Next one after that, Cleveland and Boston. Boston seems like easy sauce for them. Only because Cleveland cannot defend the 3. Jared Allen is out. It changes up their whole dynamic.
Yeah.
If you're relying on Evan Mobley to just protect the rim and do nothing else,
stop
success. But, listen, Derek White, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, you got Drew. They don't need Porzingis to beat Cleveland with the amount of threes that they shoot. Even Pritchard and Hauser are going to go off in that series, right?
Slamming Sammy Hauser.
Shout out to Spider-Man Mitchell. He's been going off the last 2 games.
Crazy.
What? When that dude says, I'm doing this, he's hard to beat, bro. He's hard to beat.
Yeah.
And shout out to me for watching that Orlando Cleveland game today.
I was going to say, man.
I think I deserve some praise getting through that game. Jonathan Isaac, worst offensive player I've seen in the last 10 years.
Yes.
The Orlando Magic as a whole, they make basketball just die on the court because you watch
shout out to Banchero, though. Shout out to Banchero.
That's a rough series to watch, man.
Yeah. Well, let's get it. I have a few notes here. Yeah, I was going to say Celtics Cavs. I think that's going to be the least watched series. That to me just sounds like one I don't want to watch. I just don't want to. I don't like the Celtics and Cavs. It's just I can't.
No, I'm
so that's going to be a tough one. So that's my opinion. But the Knicks and Pacers, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go against you on that one, A-Rod. I'm actually thinking Pacers are gonna surprise the New York faithful. I really do. I do. Because you know why? Because let's not forget. Let me tell you, who do you got as the NBA champion? Who's going to win?
Indiana Pacers, man.
Indiana Pacers. Let's not forget.
Hold on.
He put a Kendrick on you. You just dropped that right there. Boom.
Hold on. He brought the receipt, but we gotta put that into context, man.
Yeah, I know.
He said to me before the show even started.
This is day 1 too.
This is day one. Let's say some crazy shit. I'm like, all right, let's go.
The context. The almighty context.
Out of context. Welcome to Poe the politician right there. Huh?
Welcome to 2024, baby.
Man. Was that even you? That could have been AI. Who knows?
Could have been AI.
Who knows, right?
Well played, sir. Well played.
Yeah, but what I am sticking to that though. I do not think they're going to win the championship, but Pacers I think are going to win this series. I'm looking forward to the OG versus Pascal. You know, as if you know for Raptors fans, I think it's going to be fun to watch. And let's touch on that OG dunk over Embiid, man. Ooh. OG stuck the knee to his chest and saying,
shout out to all the Raptors out here playing in the playoffs,
right?
Man. Yeah. Everywhere you look, you see ex-Raptors. Miami Heat culture, man. I look around the league, I see Raptors culture. If you ask me,
that's the truth.
I see Raptors culture all over the place. Our draft, the way we draft and find dudes out of nowhere,
it's the truth,
unmatched.
Man. Still doing it,
and the proof is in the pudding, baby. The proof is in the pudding.
Even the rotten pudding still puts on a show like Malachi Flynn in Detroit dropping 50.
Hold on a sec, folks.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So, so we'll hold it down. Hold on, Max. Whatever you got to do, someone's at the door. Who knows? But, I got Pacers over the Knicks. Cavs, Celtics, obviously, I'm not even going to touch that. Mavs, Thunder, I'm really looking forward to seeing Luka versus Shea on this one. Who'd you pick on that one?
Mavs.
See the Mavs, yeah. I think that I do. I'm actually going to – that's all right. I actually do think the Mavs as well are going to take this one. I think that they're about a year away, the Thunder. They gotta feel some hurt. You know what I mean? They got to feel some pain in the playoffs. They got to know what it feels like to like the Leafs. I don't want to talk about the Leafs, but like the Leafs. They need to feel that pain. That's all I'm going to say about the Leafs. Actually, one of my best buddies who's a diehard Leaf fan, I haven't heard from him since last night. I sent him good luck text last night. He goes, fingers crossed, picture back to me, and he goes, let's hope so. Haven't heard from him since. So anyways,
Wow.
yeah, tough. So yeah, I got Mavs against the Thunder and Nuggets Wolves. I got Wolves in 5.
Whoa.
I got Wolves in 5.
They're hot.
You got the Wolves
And I had picked the
beating the
Nuggets.
Nuggets in 5.
You know why? I was going to bring it up later, but that team, the Wolves right now, are so tight right now. It's unbelievable. They are all one right now as a unit. I'm going to take back 5, actually. I think I just got a little excited right there, to be honest, boys. I just realized that I said it's the Nuggets and Wolves. It's not 5. They're going to win the series. I don't know. It's probably going to be 6 or 7, but I think they're going to win the series. And I had the Nuggets to win, too. We could pull up that clip. I said it. I said the Nuggets are going to win, but I think they're running into a Cinderella story here. I think we're going to see what happens. But what do you think, Max? What's going on here? Knicks,
Let's hear
Pacers,
Max.
Nuggets, Wolves, Mavs, Thunder. What do you got?
I got to go against the grain with folks. I think Denver's going to pull it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Denver's going to find old man tricks, an old man game. They're definitely not as good as they were last year. But they got a great coach. They got players that have been through it. And there was a play that made me say, okay, I think they got this. Aaron Gordon was guarding Cat. And he was buying him up.
Saw that.
And boom, the Cat got the ball. Aaron Gordon immediately stole that, fast break, scored. I said, okay.
Yeah.
Cat still is not tough enough.
Yeah.
He's got the young bull that has completely taken charge and said, okay, Cat's not going to get in my way. We're going to be a good team anyways.
Yeah.
But I still think Anthony Edwards got to feel some pain before he wins that championship. Just like Giannis had to feel that pain.
Yeah, you're going to feel it next round, though.
Next round, you see that. Yeah.
That's true, though. They all got to feel that pain.
That's a good point. Well played. I still think Murray with his clutchness, Joker with that soft touch, great coach, experienced role players.
Yeah.
I think they're going to pull it out probably in 7. The Knicks and the Pacers, there's going to be a couple fights now. I'm waiting for a real fight. I think this is going to be the series where there's going to be one.
Like a real fight, like an old school.
Sorry to cut you off, Max, because you just brought this up. I gotta talk about this one for a quick, 10 seconds. Did you guys see that fight or that exchange of words between Bobby Portis and James Johnson?
No.
And James Johnson was like, I will fuck you up.
He will.
And you know what's funny? And Bobby was like giving him a crazy eyes, and even Bobby walked away. And I was like, James Johnson would fuck you up. That is the one dude that is in a tracksuit where you're like, this dude will fuck you up. So you better walk away, man.
He's like the Chuck Norris of the NBA. He will fuck you up. Yeah.
There's down south and brave. I ain't afraid of nothing. I ain't never scared. There's that. But then there's guys who legally can get charged if they fight you and beat you up the wrong way. Like they can literally catch a charge, because they're
like guys that have nicknames like homicide or manslaughter. Dudes like that.
This dude, I forget how many black belts he's got. Like there's different belts. Like he got a whole gang of them.
Well, you heard back when he was here with the Raptors. They heard that he was the bodyguard for all of them. Like if the Raptors ever got in any issues with anyway, James Johnson was the guy who always stepped up outside of basketball and on the court. That
is exactly his role in the NBA. Whenever a team is getting pushed around or needs a little bit more, there he pops up on the bench. He never gets any playing time, so I guess it's a practice thing. But he's been steady in the league. Let's play in time to PJ Tucker. Let's play in time to PJ Tucker.
Yes.
So I'm going with the Knicks, Dallas, and OKC.
Yeah.
Ooh, that one's tough. I believe in OKC, but Kyrie got some magical kind of he got that angel aura around his head when he's walking around nowadays, bro. Bro. And I love how all the OGs are out the league and Kyrie is now the elder statesman. Look at me now. I'm the one in charge.
Yeah.
So just the fact that I root for Kyrie so hard, I'm gonna pick Dallas. But the basketball side of me,
you're
the basketball. But the basketball side of me says OKC. You know, I've been watching OKC.
Yeah.
And I really believe in this team. But the fan in me, just rooting for somebody to win, I really want Dallas to win.
Well, before you just came back, I was saying that I think that Shea and them they have to go through some pain before, and I think they're gonna feel some pain with this series.
Yeah, you see, with me, I'm just like with A.Rod and Ant-Man. I think it's gonna happen next round.
Yeah. Okay.
I think they're good enough to get past Dallas. I don't think they're gonna win no championship or nothing.
Low key, I want them to lose also right away because I want Shea to be ready for.
Okay, you greedy.
Hey, listen, I play chess, man. I don't play checkers.
that A-Rod chess, yeah, I like it. What about you got Maz, Thunder, Knicks, Pacers? Did you comment? Yeah, you did comment on the Knicks, Pacers, Cavs, and
the Cavs
Celtics,
and
yeah.
Cavs and Celtics.
Yeah,
I think Spider-Man's gonna have some big games, and I think Cleveland might just snatch two. I never believed in Cleveland's coach before. I was always upset that they had a roster I kind of believed in early on, and then I'm looking at the coach. I'm like, what? Who's this guy? The guy who flopped in Houston? This guy's your coach? Not gonna work. But I seen him cussing the refs extra hard this year. Like he's got some real passion in him, bro. I think he knows he's gonna get fired. So I think he's gonna pull out 2 games, and Boston's gonna go on to the finals like they're supposed to.
Boston's been on a mission, like they're supposed to. Yeah.
Sorry, you wanna take it one step further, boys? You wanna say who's your prediction for the finals?
Let's do it. We'll clip it and we'll see if who does best. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna do it right now.
All right.
Mavs over the Wolves.
Okay.
In 6. All right.
Oof.
Okay.
All right.
They're going to the finals.
Mavs to the finals. Okay.
Other side, Knicks over Boston in 7.
What a series that would be.
Ooh. Knicks over Boston in 7.
Knicks and Mavs final.
Yeah, Mavs and Knicks final. Mavs in 6. You heard it here first.
Okay, Max.
Knicks and the Mavs. That is a lot of money. Those 2 cities got a lot of money floating around. Wow.
Okay, so Knicks, Mavs, and you said Mavs in 6? Okay, yep. Okay. All right, Max P, who do you got?
The Illuminati will never let Kyrie win a championship. Come on. I'm going with let's see, Boston and Denver, and Denver winning it again.
Boston, Denver back to back. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And it's going to be a complete struggle. It's going to be Porter's going to step up in a big way this year.
Okay. He is playing outstanding right now.
His back is in good shape right now. He's I heard a quote from him that he lives his life all day trying to stay pain free and trying to stay right with his back because his back.
Well, he started his like he was in college dealing with that
all day, every day. That's what he's doing. He's doing something to make sure he stays right. So let's hope he stays right because he can play. He's nice. On my end, okay. All right, I'm kind of a little bit of both of you right here, but I'm sticking with it. I'm going to say Western Conference Final is going to be Wolves, Mavs, and I'm going to have Wolves in 7 going to the finals and shocking everybody. And in the Eastern Conference, it's going to be Pacers, Celtics, Pacers, Wolves final. And it's going to have the lowest ratings. Adam Silver is going to lose his job because he let that happen. Vegas is going to shit themselves. But I'm going to say Wolves championship.
Ant-Man versus Farnsworth, man.
Man. Yeah, man. That'll be a great final, though. Wolves Pacers just like mess with everybody because that's basketball. That would be a nice basketball final. You know what I mean? Fast on one side, fast here. Anyways. That's my pick.
If that's the final, Ant-Man's averaging 40 in that final.
Yes, in that final. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Speaking of final, I thought I want to ask you boys a question here. Okay, I thought this was final a few years ago, but and I'm not one to judge especially other dudes. All right, I'm not one to judge, but I saw this dude at our gym actually, A-Rod. So, and I'm not one to judge, but I was like, it was impossible not to be like, you're my age and you should not be wearing fucking skinny jeans. Okay, it's like I'm 44 next week, all right, and I'm not wearing some tight ass fucking pants. Okay, like those days are over, right? So do you guys know of anywhere that maybe if he's listening, you can give him a little like tip on some fashion? Maybe there's somewhere in the city that he can go to get a little bit of therapy on his jean choice, because his jeans were an issue and we don't need to see that shit. Okay, do you guys know of anywhere in the city that maybe could help him out with?
Listen, man, I
know
Popeye supplements, man.
Before you go to Popeye supplements, my friend, go to Yorkdale Mall and hit up the Ralph Lauren store. There's a younger guy in there. Mm-hmm. Can't miss him. There's only 2 dudes that work in there. Talk to him. He's good peoples.
He'll fix him up.
Fix you up. Yorkdale Mall, Ralph Lauren store. Boom. There's 2 guys in there. Talk to the younger one. He'll hook you up.
All right, and if that doesn't work, if Max's guy isn't there, you could just go to Popeyes. Maybe they'll give you some sweatpants. They'll give you some what do they call it? Popeyes whey protein sweatpants and fix you up, man. Get you comfortable again.
You need a tailor with those jeans. You can't just throw them on off the rack if you're not built a certain way, bro.
That's the truth. That is the truth. So that means this is another episode of This or
That.
Boom, brought to you by Popeye Supplements. Get those jeans fixed.
Yes, sir. Goodness gracious. Tighten all the wrong places and stuff. What we doing out here, boys? What we doing?
So right off top, I want to stay with Ant-Man and Jokic, these two. So my question to you guys is: this is a great matchup, by the way. These two show so much respect to each other. In quotes that I've read, the others saying the other one's the best, the other one's saying this guy he's the up and coming, this guy boom boom boom.
It's game recognized game.
It's pure game recognized game with these two. But if you had your Brampton team and you and A-Rod, you had over here on this side, our team, right? Who are you taking on your team? Are you taking Joker, or are you taking Ant-Man as your number 1 pick? Who's your guy on your squad? If you had to choose between one of them, who do you got, A-Rod?
I'm going with Ant-Man, man.
Hey,
listen, man. As soon as I seen that movie, what was it called? Hustle. Basketball movie with Adam Sandler.
Yeah, I remember that movie. I didn't watch it, but
I didn't watch it either. Yeah.
Oh man, there's a scene where he just lines up next to Hancho Gomez, or Hernan Gomez, right? And then he's just like, "Where are you from, man?" He's like, "Oh, Spain."
Oh wait,
that shit's whack.
That shit's whack.
That's right. He's like, that shit sounds whack. Hey, listen, you pull a line out like that, and then you go do what he did last night. I'm rocking with you all day, man.
That's dope. That's dope.
If he came off top of the head with that and that wasn't written, okay, I'm done putting him on my squad over Joker right away. He came up with shit like that.
That thing was amazing, man.
That shit's whack.
I heard he was good in that movie, though. I did hear he was good in that movie.
That's funny. All right, so we got Ant-Man with A-Rod. So what about you, Max? You starting that Brampton team, that Brampton squad. You got Joker on the line, or you got Tony Edwards. Who do you got?
Well, on behalf of Brampton, I'm going with Ant-Man because if I get the Joker on my team,
yes,
his brothers will be punching dudes out left, right, and center every day, all day. The amount of suckers they be punching out in Brampton, there's an endless amount of suckers in Brampton that need a punch in the face. So these guys, it'd be nonstop work. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. It'd be too many problems. On behalf of Brampton and the hospitals out here, I'm gonna go with Ant-Man just to keep the trouble.
Bramshaw. Oh man. Okay. Wow. Okay. So 2. Oh, you're right too. Yeah, there'd be too many problems. That's funny.
Oh man.
On my side, I'm gonna have to go, man. It's just because he's got every light on him right now. That fadeaway he hit. Have you seen that cross highlight reel of MJ's fadeaway to the one he did? It was exactly the same. Exactly the same. He's like a reincarnation. Yeah. I don't want to say that yet, but for my squad, Oh man, oh man. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to make it a clean sweep, boys. I'm gonna have to make it a clean sweep. I'm gonna go with Tony Edwards, just because my middle name is Tony as well. So Tony's a good name, real clean name.
Yep,
Jokic. I think out here he'll bring his horses, and I don't have enough. It's hard to bring hay into this part of town. Like, it would just, the trucks wouldn't be able to fit, and it'd be problems in Brampton with the suckers. It'd be a problem here with just bringing hay in for all his horses.
High maintenance with Joker.
I can't build a barn for him. It'd be a problem, right? So I mean, Denver's got mountains and lots of hay. We don't have that much hay here in Toronto. So sorry, Joker. Like, you're gonna have to leave your horses home, and he'd be angry, and then we'd have problems with his brothers, and boom, that would be it, right? So on that note, I wanted to, I've been getting a few messages about the music that we've been dropping. So I think we're going to make, we're just going to continue to do this, but it's always going to relate back, right? So how I want to relate some music back and introduce some music or play some music here is that, you know how you were saying about going on a vacation, you get kicked out of the playoffs. And what did Chuck say? He said you're going to Galveston, you know what I mean?
Dirty ass water.
Or Cancun.
Yeah, you're going to Cancun or you go to South America.
No.
You know, a lot of players, they go on trips, right? Yeah. So I was thinking in my head, I'm like, man, today's Cinco de Mayo. So salute, actually, it's May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. So I was thinking down there. I've been to Mexico far too many times in my life. South America, Honduras, El Salvador, all down there. I love it right there. And there's this music called cumbia. I don't know if you guys have heard of cumbia. And cumbia is this type of music that is based upon the accordion. And there's this guy named Lisandro Meza, El Macho. And he is from Colombia. Actually, rest in peace. He died at 86 years old. But he is known as the king of cumbia. They call him El Macho of the Americas. He was the killer, the king of the accordion. And he's straight out of Colombia. And his music is just, it's called cumbia. And I wanted to play some of this because a lot of these players are probably on vacation right now. They lost in the playoffs, and they're probably sitting on a beach right now, and this is what they're hearing. And this is the type of music that you just have to take in, man. And I play this. It's funny. I play this here in Toronto, and I'll roll up to a red light, and I'll be playing it really loud, and I'll got the Forerunner, and I'll look out the window, and I'll look at the car next to me and look at him crazy. Just looking at him crazy, just like this. But shout out to Lisandro Meza. Rest in peace. You want to just put a smile on your face and let your soul shine for a few minutes. Look this guy up because it's going to change your life. It's beautiful music, positive music, and man, like they say, he's the king of the accordion. So big shout out to Lisandro Meza. And yeah, that's that, man. Cumbia. Wepa. Next up, I wanted to just go off a little bit here on. I just want to say this. What do you boys think of? Would you have hired? I know that's a real flip right now, but would you have kept this man on the Lakers, or would you have fired this man on the Lakers? And who I'm speaking of, for people just listening right now, we got Darvin Ham's picture up on the screen. And speaking of positivity and going on vacation and losing in the playoffs, Darvin Ham not only lost in the playoffs, but they went and they fired his ass. So what do you boys think, and what's your reaction to that? Or would you kept him, or would you let him go?
I don't think anybody in that position would have succeeded.
No.
I think the problem is more with the front office than the coach. Darvin Ham is, like, from what I've seen, Lakers fans will disagree. They'll say, yeah, we should have fired him. He was trash. Can't make one adjustment. Nobody respects him. A whole bunch of reasons. From what I've seen of Darvin Ham in, like, let's say I've watched 15 Laker games this year, right? The lineups don't really make a lot of sense, given the personnel that they have. And I just think that's more of a roster issue. I think Pelinka every year does the same shit. I've talked about this before.
Yeah.
They have a horrible part of the season. He makes some trades. They go on a little bit of a run. Then they implode naturally because they just can't do it, and it's too hard to fit together everything. Then the offseason comes. They recycle and make trades again. They do the same shit. They go on a little run during the season. And to me, this is just emblematic of the Lakers themselves in the front office. It's not the coach. I think you could even put, like, Phil Jackson in there, and they're still not winning. They might have a better chance, but it's like, no, not with those players.
That's a good point.
I'm sorry, you're not winning with Spencer Dinwiddie and Gabe Vincent and I don't know who the fuck else they have. Some other
D'Lo is the starter.
Okay, but you're not winning like with that bench. You're not winning when Spencer Dinwiddie and Gabe Vincent like score like 5 points combined in the whole series.
Yeah.
Shout out to Hayes. He had a horrible playoffs, man. Oh,
Jackson Hayes.
Yeah, man. He was running into people, and it was a mess.
He's been running into people since New Orleans, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
he's pretty athletic, but
he's super
can't seem
athletic.
to get the best out of him.
Yeah. He just needs to tie his shoes. What about you, Max? How do you think you think the Lakers did him dirty? You think
Yeah, I mean the Lakers. The job of coach on the Lakers is a dirty job.
Yes.
LeBron has been there 7 years. They're on their fourth coach.
Yes.
7 years, fourth coach.
What does that tell you?
That tells you a whole lot of mess because look at the Lakers. You got Jeannie Buss.
Yes.
You got Kurt Rambis, who's involved in the decisions.
Yes.
You got his wife, who's involved in the decisions. You got Pelinka, who's involved in the decisions. You got LeBron and Rich Paul, who's involved in the decisions.
Yeah.
Then you got the pressure of that fan base that makes them do dumb stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so, bro, as a coach of that, this is why Ty Lue said I'm out. This is why, who did you just mention, A.Rod? Phil Jackson said I'm out.
Yeah.
Magic Johnson said I'm out.
Yeah.
They said I'm out.
All of them.
Because, bruh,
it's too much.
Messy. It's messy.
Yeah.
At least with a team like the Yankees, well, the old Yankees and the Cowboys and these type of teams, at least it's just one guy messing up.
Yeah, but you respected those coaches still, though. You remember, like, those coaches of the Yankees back in those days? Like, for sure. There was, like,
but the pressure, but there was always pressure put on them because of the organization.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Heavy pressure.
Yeah,
like Jerry Jones fell out with his Super Bowl winning coach because he felt like he wasn't getting enough credit.
Right.
The guy who used to own the Yankees used to fire, and he fired and hired one coach like 3 or 4 times. Bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But with the Lakers, it's like it's even messier than that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's not even just one person making a mistake. It's the way they got the whole organization set up. I don't know how they won so many championships, but
yeah. Well, the way I looked at it, too, I can compare it to a group. All right, the way they did, or a movie. I don't know if you guys remember this, but this was like the L.A. version of. Remember Dangerous Minds with Michelle Pfeiffer? Yeah. There was an L.A. version of that, and it was called 187. It was
that's why a little bit because they made like 10 movies like Dangerous Minds, right?
Yeah, and this was the L.A. version, right?
I actually watched one like 2 weeks ago. I watched The Substitute. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
There's another one.
But this is when I got hip to one song called "Spine Glass" by Massive Attack. Now, some people, if you don't know who Massive Attack is, every commercial, every show, every movie you've ever watched where there was a scene where it was like, man, that music is perfect for that scene. It was
high
these
energy.
Guys. It was just perfect music for theater, perfect music for movies, and their music is just incredible. They're from London, and I remember watching 187, and there was a scene where it was like looking over LA. It was at the start of the movie, and it was looking over LA with the sun coming up and the kids going to school, and then all of a sudden this song comes on, and it's called Spine Glass by Massive Attack, and it's just perfect. And I just wanted to give a shout out to Massive Attack because Darvin Ham getting attacked, what I mean? And it was a massive attack. Yeah, so I just wanted to say, you know what, Darvin, go home, relax, and
they got to the Western Conference Finals last year.
That's what I'm saying. So
in season tournament, hey.
And this is featuring Horace Andy. So I just wanted, if you don't know now, you know. Go look up Massive Attack, and I guarantee you, if you didn't smoke weed before, you may start to smoke weed now. So have some fun with this one, folks. Massive Attack, Spine Glass, big tone. So, my thing is, Darvin, be happy you got out of there, man. So that's
100%, man.
You know what I mean? Like, get your money, go make sure they paid everything you were owed. Make sure your lawyers got all that right, and just skip town and don't ever go back to LA. Just fuck it, like you
Who's the
stole
Phoenix?
something.
Who's the coach at Phoenix? What's his name again?
Vogel.
Vogel and Ty Lue are calling Ham on the phone right now. Like, yeah, we told you, fams.
We told you, man. We told you that night when we got you over here. Yeah, exactly. All right, last one. Quick question: do you trade him or do you keep him if you're the Philadelphia 76ers?
Oh,
Joel
wow.
Embiid. Trade
Decision.
or keep? Huh?
What are you doing, A-Rod?
I actually saw a clip on that today.
Did you?
Interestingly enough. Yeah. It was Lou Williams and another guy talking about trading Joel Embiid. Lou Williams wasn't for it. The other guy was like, oh, man, he was definitely a Philly fan. I forgot who it was, but he was like, yeah, we need to trade this guy because he's injured every year, playoffs, whatever. And he's like, I'm gonna trade him to maybe Phoenix for one of those guys. He's like, I don't want Beal, but like, give me like KD and a first round pick.
I'm keeping Joel. Like, no.
So like, Lou was like, who you trading him for then? Like, he's like, even if you trade him, you're gonna be feeling it when you're like 15 and 25 and you're missing your big man that could score 50 points. So I'm gonna say this: I've been shitting on Embiid lately. Yeah. My problem is not with Embiid the player. My problem is with his availability and how he acts. Yeah. And I find it irritating to watch a guy who's so talented just kind of like
skate by,
turn into like a foul merchant, man, and a baby. Like, it's just, and it don't matter. Like, there's a lot of players that kind of get under your nerve for that too. But Embiid lately, especially combined with the injuries, it just makes him more of an easy target.
So
I will say this:
keep him,
I keep him though. I keep him because I don't think you can get better for him based on what he is now.
Right, good point.
And it's kind of you're kind of playing a losing game because at some point, based on his injury history, he's not going to last any more seasons. Like, will he ever play 60 games again? Probably not. So if you're listening to fantasy basketball players, don't ever bother drafting this guy.
2 years ago, man, that was the last time you should have been trying to
He will kill
get
your
him.
playoff run. He might get you to the playoffs, but he'll kill it.
Yeah.
He did it to me too. So, it is what it is. But I don't know. I'd probably just keep him because I don't think you can find another player quite like him that you could build around in that team, right? Because you'd have to blow up the whole roster after. Because Maxey isn't that guy.
I was just gonna say, imagine him gone. It's not 15 and 25. It's 10 and 40.
Oh yeah, it's 10 and 40,
you know what I mean?
Because
Maxey can't. Then,
oh, we already saw it this year. During that whole stretch, how many games did Maxey actually play well?
Maxey Priest, by the way. That's his new name.
2-3 games max. These guys were absolute garbage the rest of the time.
Yeah, exactly. Well, who you got, Matt? You're like, well, not who you got. Do you keep him or do you trade him? Like, you're the head of that organization. Like, what kind of move are you trying to do?
It's tough. Like, Joel Embiid is a Lamborghini Aventador SVJ. But the engine overheats all the time. But those 2 or 3 days a month, those 2 or 3 days a month when it works, man, you are the hottest thing out there, fastest thing out there. It's 4-wheel drive. You can't lose. That car is amazing. But the engine overheats all the time, so you can't sell the thing.
No.
You pay too much for it.
You have to keep it.
The loss you're gonna take if you sell it is just you can't take that pain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there you are. You're stuck with this great car, but the engine overheats all the time.
It's a great analogy.
It is a great analogy.
Clip that.
The car guys know what I'm talking about. Car guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
like, this is a common problem in the car guy world.
He's definitely not a Toyota Corolla.
No, bro.
He's not a Corolla.
Because you would have kicked that to the curbs. Like, it ain't worth the trouble, right?
So
but it keeps
kind
going,
of car
though.
is he then?
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, what kind of car? What? MB?
Yeah, I'm gonna say a Kia. Like, it looks very reliable, but it just has a lot of defects.
Kia. He got Joel Embiid a Kia.
That's so crazy. I would say he's like more like a big body Benz,
Oh, man. No, you know who he is?
It doesn't shift in reverse.
He's a 1985 Ford Mustang. Looks great, huh? Yeah, you go race a guy, but then like Max said, the next day there's gonna be some issues in that engine, man. Like, you shouldn't have pushed it that hard.
Found on road dead.
Dead.
Fix or repair daily. I work for a car company. You know which one I don't work for.
Man, and you know what? They still have not been able to shed that saying, "Found on road dead, fixed or repaired daily." I've heard that since I was a kid. That's why I'll never buy a Ford ever, ever, man. Just because of that.
It's not a priority for those guys.
Remember those old school like Ford Topazes?
Oh man,
They look like they came with bullet holes in them. Remember those?
I remember the Ford Taurus with
Taurus.
the plastic on the side, it'd be falling off and shit. You see the rust.
I would have took a Geo Metro over that shit. Remember those Geo Metros? Oh man! All right, so we're all saying pretty much you got to keep them because it's like,
what are you gonna do?
You're not gonna get much for them. That's for sure. Not right now, unless there's somebody very very desperate and you know, no.
Philly, you made your bed. Like you gotta lay in it.
Yeah.
Philly made their bed when they chose to pay Ben Simmons and Tobias Harris over Jimmy.
Everybody looks back to that moment in time and says, "Dang."
Everybody
let go of
knew
Jimmy
in the
Butler.
offseason too. Why
you let go of your heart. You let go of your heart, and he's not like a Marcus Smart kind of heart. Patrick Beverly kind of heart. No. This is like heart. second best player, sometimes best player kind of heart.
Yeah.
Not even Josh Hart on the Knicks type of thing. This dude is like your best or second best player.
Though,
Shout out to Josh Hart.
Hey, you guys ready for a conspiracy theory?
Let's go.
Yes, hit me. Hold on. You need to have conspiracy music underneath you. Go hit me.
All right. Here we go.
Yeah, so down, so it's like real creepy. All right.
So after Kawhi hit that shot on the 76ers, right? Game 7. Right? Embiid was looking at it, and he was like, "God damn!" Went into the tunnel, started crying. He wasn't crying because it lost. He's crying because he knew Jimmy Butler wasn't getting paid.
Yeah, man.
Damn.
All right. Well, that's another. You lost your heart, which is huge. That's another episode of This or
That.
All right, so let's go around the NBA real quick before we get out of here. I already brought up the Darvin Ham thing, but I wanted to bring up one thing. I said it off top about the Wolves, and then you guys can talk about whatever if anything has hit your eyes lately. But there's been some descriptions of this team. How I said they're very together, and Gobert said I think yesterday that he's never seen a group so together. And Cat had a quote. I'm not a huge fan of Cat, but Cat had a quote that I really liked, to be honest. He said we don't have a big 3, we have a big 15. And I really liked hearing that, man. And it was cool to hear him say that. And you know what I mean? It's corny, a little bit corny to say that, but at the same time,
because they got a big one. But it's cool. It's cool.
It's cool. So they have to. And the thing is, they may not believe it, and losing really takes quotes like that away. But winning can make you start to feel like this. And if this keeps going, that's my point. Like this easily could just go to shit, and they start talking shit about Gobert tomorrow. You know what I mean? But right now. They're on a flow. They're on a wave right now. And if it keeps going, that could be very dangerous. Very dangerous. I agree. So that's my point. I wanted to clarify why I,
you can't quantify, belief, right?
You can't.
You can't.
You really can't.
You're not alone, though. There's a lot of people picking the Wolves,
Yeah, really?
Yeah. I've heard a lot of folks pick the Wolves.
I've seen it all year, have I not, A-Rod? This whole year?
All year, no, that's different. All year, no, that's different.
I've been saying that about these
Wolves, man. You get some brownie points for that.
Listen, man, if Ant-Man was listening to this podcast, you know what he would say? He would say one line. He's like, they got Nikola Jokic, but we got Jaden McDaniels.
It's true.
He be saying crazy shit like that, man.
Take it in, blood.
That's crazy. But it's true, though. Like, dude is like from another planet, you know what I mean? He just sort of
man, shout out Mike Conley, shout out all these guys, man. Like they're just in slow mo, like they just
like whenever you know what I was thinking? When that coach died, rest in peace to
A-Rod, what's his name?
They had a coach that died, and he was
Flip Saunders.
It was Saunders' son.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he coached the team, and then he ended up dying and stuff. Ever since then, it seems like Minnesota was like, oh, we got to get this fixed. And now we're seeing the result. But I wasn't really paying attention but they were slowly building a team, putting the right pieces together. You know,
and they could have folded last year because there was so much drama and it looked bad and everyone was shitting on them.
I thought they should have got rid of Cat, but they held on to him. It worked out for them. You know, like they made the right decisions over there.
They sure did. Yeah, for sure. Got to give them some credit for that. Also, the interesting thing too with Minnesota is they're going through a huge ownership battle right now.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It's really weird to see.
Jeter, right?
It's hilarious.
Rodriguez.
Bro, the dude sold the team. He sold the team, and they were making payments in payments. Like, they weren't paying it all in one time.
Yeah.
So while they were in the process of making the payments, the value of the team went up, I think, $2 billion.
Yeah.
And he was like, you know what? I'm not selling it no more. So whatever you got, whatever piece you got right now, that's all you getting.
Yeah.
Because the remaining of what I own is worth more than what I owned before I sold it to you. So you know what? We just stopping everything right here. That's how we're gonna keep.
Yeah.
And A-Rod's like, no, we're suing. We got to take you to court. And he's like, all right, let's go.
Yeah.
Big money beef.
You remember last year when that protester came and like chained themselves to the free throw?
Yes.
Or to the stanchion?
The stanchion,
yeah. In Minnesota.
It was a woman too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a woman.
Yeah.
Man, I hate people, man. Get the fuck out of here. Like for real, man. Like, listen, man. Take your bullshit somewhere else, man. Like you know what I don't like about it though is like, okay, could be a noble cause.
Yeah.
You know, you got to speak out and do whatever. You know, because sometimes people don't listen, and that's the result, right? But at the end of the day, you know what you're doing, man? You're fucking people's enjoyment up. 20,000 plus. You're coming in, and you're doing something selfish for your own reasons, man, that you think are better than everybody else's.
Yeah.
So, you know, like, to me, it's selfish.
It's true. Even beyond the selfishness, if you really care about your issue, right, you wouldn't want to just instantly associate a bad time with your issue. Like, your issue fucked up the game.
Yeah.
Why would you connect your issue to that if you really care about your issue, right?
And there's some dads in there
you see what I'm saying?
Saved every penny to take their kids to go to that game.
And so it's like, once again, you have these people acting like they care about an issue, but when you really look at it, they don't really care about the issue. You know what I'm saying?
Get rid of AIDS. Get rid of AIDS. Like, what are you saying right now? Oh man. Well, is there anything else, boys? Get rid of AIDS.
I just feel like that's the way to end it, man. That's the way to end it.
That'll be the title of this episode. Get rid of AIDS. Oh, like behind the back pass from James Worthy. Oh man. All right. So is there anything else, boys, that you want to bring up before we get out of here? Or is that
hey, everything's good, baby.
Okay.
The future is here. The old cats are out of here.
For real. Yeah.
Curry, Durant, LeBron.
Yeah. That's
gone.
it. See you later, boys. Like Max said, they're gone. And I'm not going to try to say anything to this beat, so listen up. That was another episode of the Sports Ethos Toronto Raptor podcast. And I'm your host, Mr. El Hoopo. That's your host, Mr. A.Rod. And that's your host right there, Mr. Max P. If you like this episode, hit like, hit subscribe, and find us on YouTube at El Hoopo. I want to switch that real soon, but that's where you can find it right now. And if you like that, hit subscribe there as well. And on that note, bye. See, that won't even be on the beat.